We tend to think our lives are shaped by these huge, dramatic, life altering moments. But what if I told you the real architect of your future is kind of hiding in plain sight? What if it's all about the small, tiny things you do every single day? Let's get into it.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. From the minute your alarm goes off to the moment your head hits the pillow, how much of what you do is a conscious choice? And how much of it is just autopilot? This one question, well, it's at the heart of everything we're about to unpack. Because, and this is the thing, whether you realize it or not, there is a hidden architect designing your life. It's working piece by piece, day by day. And that architect, it's your habits.
And this is such a huge idea. Our lives are literally the sum of our habits. These little routines, they dictate where our most precious resources, our time and our energy, actually end up going. They are the building blocks that, over time, create our health, our career, and, yeah, even our happiness. So what even is a habit? Well, from a brain's eye view, it's just a behavior that you've done so many times it now happens on autopilot. And get this isn't a flaw in our design, it's a feature. Your brain automates stuff to free up mental horsepower for bigger problems. The real trick is making sure it's automating the right stuff.
All right, so if we want to get a handle on our habits, we first have to understand the engine that drives them. And it's a surprisingly simple but incredibly powerful little system called the habit loop. Every single habit you have, good, bad, doesn't matter, it follows this exact three-step dance. First, you've got the cue. That's the trigger that tells your brain, hey, time to go on autopilot. Second is the routine, which is the action itself. And third, you've got the reward. That's the part that tells your brain, hey, that was good. Let's remember this loop for next time.
And this example? We all know this one, right? The phone buzzes, that's the cue. The mindless scrolling, that's the routine. And that little hit of distraction, that momentary escape from whatever you were doing, bam, that's the reward that cements the whole thing in place. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's happening to us all day long. Now, this is why habits are so hard to break. After you do it enough times, your brain doesn't just enjoy the reward, it starts to crave the reward the second it sees the cue. That feeling of anticipation is a powerful neurological shortcut that basically turns a choice into an automatic, undeniable impulse. So now we know how habits work. Let's talk about their actual impact. Because every single habit you have is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. They can either build you up or they can break you down. Think of your life as having these key pillars. You've got your health, your work, your mental well-being, your social life, and your habits in each of these areas determine the overall strength of your life structure. If one pillar gets weak, believe me, the whole building starts to wobble. And really, this is the choice we're making every single day with every little action. We're either following a blueprint of positive habits that leads to things like growth and success, or we're following a blueprint that leads to stress and missed potential. There's really no neutral ground here. And yeah, you're probably going to recognize a few of these. The real danger with these guys is that they seem so harmless in the moment, right? I'll just do it later, or one more episode, or what's one late night snack? But when you add them up over months and years, that's when the damage becomes devastating. Okay, I know that might sound a little intense, but here's the really good news. You are the architect. You can change the blueprint anytime you want. So let's open up the toolkit and see how it's done. If you remember one thing, let it be this. Forget about the huge, dramatic, New Year's resolution style overhaul. The real secret to making a change that actually sticks isn't intensity, it's consistency. Small, repeatable actions are what your brain loves. Big, exhausting efforts, it just sees those as a threat and fights back. So here are 4 strategies that really work. First, start ridiculously small. So small you can't possibly say no, like reading just one page of a book. Second, try habit stacking. That's where you piggyback a new habit onto one you already do. For example, right after you brush your teeth, you meditate for 1 minute. Third, track your progress. Seeing those check marks gives your brain the reward it craves. And finally, change your environment. Make good habits the easy option and bad habits the hard one. And what about breaking bad habits? Well, just trying to stop with sheer willpower almost never works. The real key is to replace the negative routine with a positive one that gives you a similar reward. So if you snack when you're bored, replace the snacking with a quick walk. You keep the cue, boredom, and you get a similar reward, a distraction, but you've swapped out the routine. It's a game changer. All right, let's tie this all together.
It's so easy to dismiss the power of these tiny little daily choices. But I'm telling you, that's where the real magic happens. That's where transformation lives.
You hear about overnight successes all the time, right? Well, they're pretty much a myth. Real lasting success is built quietly, brick by brick, through the steady, consistent rhythm of your daily habits. And if you need proof, just look at the math. Getting just 1% better each day doesn't just add up, it compounds, it multiplies. By the end of 1 year, that tiny, almost invisible daily effort results in you being nearly 37 times better. That is the absolutely staggering power of consistency. So, the ultimate takeaway here is really a message of empowerment. Your future isn't some far-off abstract idea. It's being built right now. Today, with the choices you're making, you are the architect. You are in control. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to really think about. Every action you take, every habit you follow, is a vote for the person you're becoming. So take a look at your day, your routines, your autopilot behaviors. Who are you building? The choice, as always, is yours.